The latest. Thank you for all love and support. I appreciate you all. I hope to be with you soon. Our all in alls, the saviors, the protectors, the unifiers, the messiahs, the kings of kings, our most loved. Captain Ibrahim Traore, Assimi Goita, and Abdurrahmane Chiani have done it again. The oppressor do not want to leave us alone. They have come in a new form. And Dr. Kwame Nkrumah said, this new form of the oppressor is very dangerous. They just do not want to let Africa to be. And it is very difficult for us to identify this new form of colonization. But are all in alls, with the eyes that they have, they can see beyond any form of oppression that these people will bring to the African again. They have decided to leave the International Criminal Court. According to them, they cooperated with them. They just wanted to see what this organization is all about. And with a critical look at the things that were happening in this thing called ICC, they realized that it is a new form of colonization. So for that matter, they have decided to leave with immediate effect. They are no longer part of this organization anymore. That this organization that claims it is there for whatever reason is not there for that. This organization was created purposely for Africa. And for that reason, they have decided to wash their hands of this organization. Before that, we have heard people also talking about this same organization, saying it was created purposely for Africans. And for that reason, when other people, Yellow Pawpaw, does anything, this organization is always quiet over it. But when it comes to an African, you see how active they are. So it is a new form of colonization, neocolonialism. And for that matter, they don't want to have anything to do with this organization, now that they've also created their own parliament.
Of course, I've had some elected leaders speak to me and be very blunt. This court is built for Africa and for thugs like Putin, was what one senior leader told me. We don't view it like that. This court is the legacy of Nuremberg. This court is a sad indictment of humanity. This court should be the triumph of law over power and brute force. Grab what you can, take what you want, do what you will, and we're going to simply be, we're not going to be dissuaded by threats or any other activities, because in the end we have to fulfill our responsibilities as prosecutors, as the men and women of the office, as judges, as the registry, to some dignity.
Justice and Human Rights is standing by to read a press release. Mamadou Kassage. Good evening, Minister.
Yes, good evening, Madam.
So, the content of this press release with you.
And thank you very much. I have the honor to read a joint press release from the Confederation of Sahel States, the text of which follows. Joint press release from the states of the Confederation of Sahel States on withdrawal from the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court. Burkina Faso, the Republic of Mali and the Republic of Niger sovereignly ratified the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court ICC on the 16th of April 2004, the 16th of August 2000 and the 11th of April 2002 respectively. Since their accession to the Rome Statute, the three countries have cooperated with the ICC not only on the basis of the relevant provisions of the statute, but also on the basis of agreements and memoranda of understanding concerning the conditions for the establishment and operation of the ICC on their territory. However, over time, they have been able to observe that this jurisdiction has been transformed into an instrument of neocolonial repression under imperialism, thus becoming a global example of selective justice. Indeed, the ICC has proven itself incapable of handling and judging proven war crimes, crimes against humanity, crimes of genocide and crimes of aggression. While it has observed an inexplicable, disconcerting and complacent mythologizing towards the perpetrators of such crimes. It is relentless against certain actors who do not fall within the closed circle of beneficiaries of institutionalized international impunity, including in violation of its statute. In view of this, the government of the Republic, the government of Burkina Faso, the Republic of Mali and the Republic of Niger forming the Confederation of the States of Israel informs the public opinion of the Confederation and the international community of their sovereign decision to withdraw from the Rome Statute of the International Criminal Court with immediate effect. This decision is in line with the stated desire of the member states of the ICE to fully assert their sovereignty. The member states of the ICE decide to use endogenous mechanisms for the consolidation of peace and justice, while reaffirming their desire to ensure the promotion and protection of human rights in line with their societal values and to combat all forms of impunity. The states of the ICE Confederation, while expressing their gratitude to the United Nations and the member states, reassure their commitment to continue to cooperate in other appropriate frameworks for the promotion and protection of human rights and respect for the sovereignty of states. Bamako, September 22, 2025. Signed Army General Assimi Goa, President of the Transition, Head of State of the Republic of Mali, President of the Confederation of the States of Israel. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. Continue.
My job was to stop political leaders to committing crime. That was my job. That's what was controversial, of course.
So would you go after? So Africans might say, would you go after George W. Bush over what Kofi Annan called the illegal invasion of Iraq?
But the U.S. is not a member.
The U.S. is not a member.
I cannot.
The United Kingdom is a member.
United Kingdom, yeah. And
so would you prosecute Tony Blair?
If I have crimes to do, and if two conditions: crimes committed and they are not conducting proceedings.
Well, they're not conducting proceedings in the UK.
They were conducting proceedings. Now,
there are no legal proceedings against Tony Blair in the UK.
No, not against Tony Blair, against lower level.
I'm asking about Tony Blair, head of state, to use Mahmoud's point.
That's the point.
Let's take an example. Britain is signed up. Tony Blair has been accused by many people of breaking international law.
Yeah.
Did you show any interest in prosecuting him when you were in charge?
We tried to collect information about the crimes committed, and we found no connection between Blair and the crimes, and we collected.
So you did investigate Tony Blair?
We conduct preliminary examination on that.
So you would if you had the evidence go after someone like Tony Blair, but you can't touch Vladimir Putin over Ukraine, you can't touch Hu Jintao over Tibet, you can't touch George W. Bush over Iraq. That's what you're saying, is it? How are you an international criminal court if you can't go over three of them as powerful nations in the world?
It's a beginning. It's like when you say,
so eventually we will be able to get the Chinese and the Russians and the Americans.
In 40 years will change, but it's the beginning.
It doesn't embarrass you, just come back to an earlier issue we were discussing, it doesn't embarrass you when the judge and the prosecutor issue these warrants, issue these summons, all of the people over the last 14 years have all been from the continent of Africa.
No.
These organizations that were created by Yolo Popo are never there to help you and I as Africans. They are there to fight against us. But the African is so blind. We still believe so much in these organizations because we believe that they have the final say. And the way they always project themselves to us, we believe that this is the same way these people are. We don't look beyond things. You also find Africans who will come and defend this ICC, claiming that it is there to support humanity. Because we only listen to what the mainstream media tells us. So we need to wake up. We need to understand the games these people are playing on us. They have decided to recreate and brand colonization wrapped in a way that the African is so much pleased and in love with. If we don't rise up to look and see things beyond the way these people put before us, we will always fall victims to whatever that they create. ICC is never for the African. And not only ICC, all their organizations were created against us. And we have to start seeing things the way they are and not the way they project them to be for us. This is something that is so difficult for us as Africans to realize. Because this new form of colonization is wrapped in a way that we don't have any idea of. Everything these people bring to us as Africans, we don't have any knowledge. We accept their things without understanding them. And that is how come they are able to beat us. Unlike the way other continents are rising against them, we are always accepting and believing everything that they give to us. And that is why Africa, we throw everything away as Africans just to be Europeans in the modern way of slavery. When we told ourselves that our forefathers were uncivilized and that was why they were able to colonize them, now that we claim we're educated, we are even giving ourselves out for colonization without us knowing, because we are so in love with everything West without us understanding that whatever they give to us is for our own downfall. And we have to rise. Stop believing and trusting in them. Now we have leaders who are showing us the way and exposing them, and even their own people are exposing whatever that they are doing against us. United we stand, divided we fall, and united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world, in Africa and in AES.